Hello, this is Pastor Mike, and I want to talk to you about Holy Week. We're getting near the end of our Lent journey. Holy Week is upon us. And I want to tell you about the services coming up and invite you to join us either in person or online. This coming Sunday, March 28th, is Palm Sunday. That's the day we celebrate Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem. But then it's also the service in which we turn our attention then to the events of the coming week and Jesus' journey to the cross. Now, we're going to be here in person. We're going to start in the Faith Chapel, as has been our custom. And all those who are present are going to have palm branches, and we're going to do the opening liturgy out in the Faith Chapel. And we're going to sing out there because we're allowed to sing outside. And then we'll take our palm branches and reciting a psalm, Psalm 118, we're going to come into the sanctuary. Now, if you're streaming, this is at 9:30 on Sunday. You're streaming, you will hear everything going on in the Faith Chapel. You won't see it all, but you'll hear it all, and you'll be able to sing along with the song and then see us as we come into the sanctuary. And the rest of the service will be like we've been worshiping on Sunday mornings. And this Sunday, it will be a communion service as well. So if you're watching online, if you're going to worship online, be prepared for that. There's no service on Wednesday night this coming week. Thursday is what we call Maundy Thursday, or sometimes called Holy Thursday. Maundy comes from the Latin word mandatum, which means command, because the gospel reading traditionally for that Thursday includes the words of Jesus, "A new command I give you, love one another." So on Maundy Thursday, we're going to worship here in person. That will be a communion service. And we focus especially on Jesus serving by washing his disciples' feet, and then also serving by giving his disciples the Last Supper. Both of these point to the main serving, and that is going to the cross. That service will be a communion service, both in person and online, and we'll conclude with our traditional stripping of the altar. That's when we remove all the items there behind me from the sanctuary as a symbolic of Jesus being stripped and taken to the cross. Friday, Good Friday, 7 o'clock again, we'll be worshiping here in the sanctuary and also online. And this will be our traditional Tenebrae service. That is a service of gradual darkness. As we go through the steps that Jesus took on his way to the cross, the sanctuary will become darker and darker. If you're going to worship online, you'll want to have some candles. You're going to need 7 of them. And we'd encourage you to participate by extinguishing the candles along with what we extinguish here in the sanctuary. Now, also on Good Friday, I want to let you know we have a guest preacher, known, of course, to many of you. Our preacher for the Tenebrae service is Pastor Ted. Pastor Ted Zimmerman will be delivering the message on Good Friday, so I'm looking forward to that. On Saturday, we celebrate the Easter Vigil. And that is a special, unique service in and of itself. It's not just Easter Eve. It is the first celebrating of the resurrection. And the service itself, it's kind of like the opposite of the Tenebrae. It gets gradually lighter. And then as we celebrate Jesus rising from the dead, that service will, for those in person, will start in the Faith Chapel as well with the service of light, and then we will process into the sanctuary. It'll be similar to Palm Sunday. You can hear everything that's going on in the Faith Chapel if you are streaming, and then you'll see us come into the sanctuary, and the rest of the service will be like we normally have. Easter, April 4th, we'll have 2 services, 9:30 and 11. The 9:30 will be here in the sanctuary, both in person and streaming. It'll be similar to what we've been doing on Sundays. And it'll be a communion service as well. So that'll be here, 9:30. If you're going to just be in person, virtual on Easter, I want to encourage you to go to the 9:30. The 11 o'clock is going to be live in person in the Faith Chapel, and that will not be streamed because we just can't do that the way we do for the 9:30 inside the sanctuary. So 11 o'clock will be all in person in the Faith Chapel, everything live, live readings, live musicians, and singing is allowed, including a bunch of hallelujahs and the hallelujah chorus, and it's going to be great. That'll also be a communion service. So put these on your calendar. Prepare to walk with the Lord and to walk with your brothers and sisters of St. John's as we celebrate the Lord's giving of himself for us on the cross and his rising triumphantly for us on Easter.